Hello and welcome to the channel. Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has slammed the federal government over its inability to properly plan for the removal of petrol subsidy and the intervening hardship that followed. This is just as state governments are indebted to the federal government up to the tune of a whopping 1.34 trillion naira, which they may start repaying as early as December. The federal government only a few days ago announced a 5 billion naira loan to each of the 36 states as part of palliative measures to cushion the effects of subsidy removal. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you. Governor Godwin Obaseki has said he is shocked by the federal government's failure to plan and effectively respond to the fallout of the subsidy removal. Obaseki, who spoke with journalists in Benin City, said he had raised the alarm following the mismanagement of the nation's economy, noting that the country's situation was taking a turn for the worse as a result of the bad policies by the government or the center. The governor said, "I have always warned. I warned Nigerians during the last May Day this year. I told them that we have come to the end of the road and that the whole economic order in Nigeria is gone. And we have to come up with a new economic order and stop deceiving ourselves as a nation. Now, the subsidy is gone. The exchange rate is being aligned. The era of free money has almost come to an end. The consequence is that the weakest and most vulnerable in our society, unfortunately, will carry a huge part of the burden of these policies." Obaseki said he was appalled by the lack of plans by the Tinubu administration to contain the situation brought about by the subsidy removal. "I am shocked and scared of what we are passing through today, where the government doesn't seem to have a plan or solution on how to respond to the consequences of the policy measure put in place by their administration. With the way they have mismanaged our national economy, we have to deal with inflation between 20 and 25%. It means that the people will feel more pain, especially the weak and vulnerable in the society, particularly our pensioners, as whatever they get as their entitlement will do only little for them," he observed. Meanwhile, the fresh subsidy palliative loans may drive 36 states borrowing from the federal government to 1.34 trillion naira, according to findings by the Punch. The debt under the budget support facility of the federal government included a 614 billion naira debt as of 2019, another debt of 656 billion naira in 2021, and a fresh 69.12 billion naira debt as subsidy palliative this year. This debt is likely different from states' domestic debt of 5.48 trillion naira as of March 2023 and external debt of $4.4 billion as of December 31st, 2022, as recorded by the Debt Management Office. Findings by the Punch show that as of 2019, the total debt owed by the 36 states to the federal government under the Budget Support Loan Facility was 614 billion naira. The former Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, had disclosed during a National Economic Council briefing in August 2019 that the federal government has made a total of over 614 billion naira available to 35 states. This total included an approved 28.8 billion naira as a budget support loan facility to the 36 states of the Federation in 2017. It was also reported during the briefing that the government would constitute a team from the Nigerian Governors Forum to meet with the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Ministry of Finance to finalize modalities for commencement of payments. In November 2021, the National Economic Council said former President Muhammadu Buhari approved a fresh 656 billion naira bridge financing facility for the 36 states. The former finance minister said the support was to help state governments meet their financial obligations, especially the previous budget support facility due for repayment. According to her, each state will receive 18.2 billion naira, and the bridge facility was being processed by the CBN. The approved bridge facility of 656.112 billion naira will be disbursed in 6 tranches over a period of 6 months to the states. Expectedly, each of the 36 states will have a total loan amount of 18.225 billion naira with a 30-year tenure and a 2-year moratorium at an interest rate of 9%. The facility is to help the states afford the repayment of previous bailout facilities guaranteed for them by the federal government, she said. It is expected that the states will start making repayments next year, which will be the end of the 2-year moratorium. However, the federal government last announced a 5 billion naira palliative for each state of the federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, to cushion the impact of the removal of the petrol subsidy. The policy, which led to sharp and multiple increases in fuel pump prices, has driven up the cost of goods and services, pushing millions of Nigerians into poverty and worsening the social economic situation in the country. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. However, a statement signed by the Director General of the Nigeria Governors Forum, Ashishana Okaru, said the offer is optional and urged states who are not interested to refund the 2 billion naira already disbursed to them. Your Excellency is invited to note that this offer is optional, and states that do not wish to participate may opt out and refund the 2 billion naira already disbursed to them. According to the terms of the facility contained in the memo to the governors, a total of 4 billion naira will be disbursed as follows: loan 48%, 1,920 million naira; federal government grant 52%, 2,080 million naira. Beneficiary: each state government. Repayment period 20 months. The facility, which carries a moratorium of 3 months, is also interest-free, while a monthly deduction of 120 million naira after 3 months applies. Unlike the previous facility in 2021, with an interest rate of 9%, the current one, which is a total of 69.12 billion naira, is interest-free. However, state governments are expected to begin repayment by December after the 3-month moratorium. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.